Hi. So that was the Oldskool demo competition. For me, one of the most interesting things was actually the demos themselves. I'm a big fan of the Oldskool platform for many reasons, but I'm not a fan of doing Oldskool demos on an Oldskool platform. I'd like to see new kinds of demos for the Oldskool machines, and I think this time that was very successful. That we actually did see demos which were different. So I have with me. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Not of PWP.
Yes.
And I'm Frankie from Revision Organizing.
So, what do you think? Let's start with Frankie. What do you think about this year's Oldskool?
Actually, it was a short but nice collection. I did find the very first one on that. Was it old platform?
The Sharp.
Yeah,
Sharp.
the Sharp.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty impressive for the platform.
Yeah.
Others could have gone beyond expectation. There are better DOS demos around, but anyway, that's fine. The NES demo, I'm not really sure about. Second one, if it's supposed to look that way, but in general, it was a pleasant competition to watch.
Are either of you familiar with like the Sharp hardware? I'm just wondering about like the raster bars. Did you have to do any sort of, like specific trick to do that, or does it support sprites or anything like that? The Sharp hardware.
Well, I don't know about the Sharp hardware that deeply, but
yeah.
But I might guess that there might be some possibility to track the raster beam there, so that might be possible via that.
Yeah, we were talking about the Nintendo demo actually just before we started, and we're not quite sure if it was intentionally glitchy like that, or if there was some kind of bug.
If I would get that demo into a competition, I would call out for the coder and ask, is it really supposed to look like that? It was strange.
Yeah, and for me, I mean, I like glitch. I like glitchy demos and sort of interesting demos, but for me, that didn't really work. So if it wasn't a bug, then it was the wrong kind of glitch somehow. It just didn't feel cohesive at all. Visma, I mean, this was like a continuation of your old saga of like robotic rebellion, and I thought the humans
robotic liberation.
Exactly, and I thought that all the humans had already died, but apparently that was not the case. So there was like a pocket resistance somewhere.
Yeah, that's part of the story. Yes.
So how on earth did this survive, like the ongoing sort of war against the robots?
So you think I have already a backstory?
Of course, I'm assuming you must have a backstory. If not, you're
it.
inventing
Of course, there are always some survivors.
Yeah.
Survivors.
Yeah. So you didn't end the story here. Were they successful, the humans, at the end?
I guess it will be.
Yeah. So you're not sure yet. All will be revealed.
Sure. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was a very interesting demo, and especially probably one of the best 386 demos I've seen. It's probably one of the only 386 demos that I've actually seen.
Well, it actually could run very well for on Amiga or something.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of situation. I chose PC. It was faster to code.
Speaking of Amiga, there was the Decadence demo at the end. Do you know? I kind of missed a bit. Which Amiga was it? Because I mean, was it PowerPC? Was it 060?
Well, I guess it was an AGA machine.
I think I saw the AGA.
The effects are AGA, but yes, it wasn't given with us on the screen, so we just said Amiga. But it's pretty safe to assume.
If you saw the workbench window that opened up at the end, they did actually say AGA. But I mean, AGA can mean anything. It could be 020 unexpanded 1200, or it could be a PPC machine. So do you have any idea what kind of hardware it was involved?
I think it should be safe to assume that you are talking at 30 or 40, maybe 060 in the machine, but not necessarily a requirement for this demo.
Yeah.
But it's not. If it would have been PowerPC, I would be a little bit astonished. So just 68K, very.
You would guess a 68K.
Well, it's looking at whatever Amiga demos I have seen over the past years. Well, there would have been no need to do this on PowerPC.
Yeah, and just for the viewers who don't know, I mean, there's like I don't know what the magnitude difference is between a 020 Motorola processor
Well,
and a PowerPC,
there
but
is
I mean
the-
it's pretty damn huge.
Well, the actual thing is that to get there are not that many PowerPC Amigas around anymore, and then those that are so completely different from other machines that it is very hard to find a universal platform to build your demos on that. So that unless you're really going for a wild demo, coders normally don't really go for the PowerPC Amigas.
Yeah, but I like that Decadence had kind of evolved with their effects. We've kind of gotten used to the kind of effects that Decadence tends to do, but these were actually something new. Or what do you feel?
Well, actually, I think, judging from the earlier works of the Decadence on the Amiga, I guess these effects would, in any case, be possible on the plain OCS machine.
Yeah, I'd like to see you do that.
Yeah.
Especially the blur stuff. I'd like to see you do that. Yeah. The track I thought was fantastic. The backing track.
Great music, indeed.
So, yeah. So excellent work on that. Any like ideas? You know what the winner is. Obviously, you hope to win.
Well, actually, I would vote for Decadence in this case.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it was actually the only demo in the competition that shows that it had been worked for.
Yeah. So
My demo was a little bit hurried, and the business demo was completely coded in on the party place, and
okay.
I'm not sure about how the first demo, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's as polished as Decadence's.
Frankie, would you
Well,
agree?
The 26 demo, I like the overall design, etc. It was really nicely executed, and don't want to use the word fresh, but it's good to see that some design was put there, some effort was certainly put in there. Then the sharp demo just for the technical effort, but I do think that Decadence will go away with at the first place, looking at the overall picture, and also there still is the old Amiga fan base, which will certainly enjoy a demo for Amiga on a party such as Assembly.
Yeah. That brings me to sort of a deeper kind of question. I mean, the guys doing these old school demos, they're the same guys who've been doing them for 10 years now, at least. Is there any chance at all that there will ever be come newcomers to any of the old school platforms? Have you seen any activity like that at all?
Yeah, at least I have seen
Okay.
this kind of activity every now and then.
Yeah. Can you name any names or groups or anything?
Well, at least Trilogy is not so old.
It's not the oldest. Yeah. True.
But I think they actually came after they got inspired by the robotic liberation.
Okay.
Visi has told this to me.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Frankie, I mean, you've been organising parties. How has it been for your old school?
Well, there certainly are new school sceners rediscovering the older platforms now with the better emulators, better software development environments that you can have in your Windows Linux environment. You do find people going back to, well, okay, I can code on PC, but can I prove to themselves that they can also code on a C64 or an Amstrad, etc. So there certainly is some backflow from the new school demo scene to the old school demo scene, and that's what you see at parties.
Yeah, I mean, last year we did a beginner demo competition, and there was one guy who did an Atari 8-bit demo, and he had never coded any demos before. He had never done any assembler before. He had never done any like sort of graphics programming before, and certainly not any 8-bit stuff. And he just decided he wanted to learn because he thought, this is kind of a cool idea. So I think if you present it in the right way, because actually 8-bit coding there's certain limitations and challenges to it, but it's also very rewarding. It's such a direct interface with the machine.
Yeah, I actually think it's the simpler way.
Yeah.
Simpler than the modern technologies.
Yeah. I mean, you write a byte into like a memory location, you get a pixel on the
Yeah,
screen.
yeah,
it's like you can't have it more direct than
Yeah, the
that.
bits are kind of tangible.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I think that's the old school demo competition pretty much covered. It was, for me, it was definitely one of the sort of better maybe old school demo competitions that I've seen, certainly because the entries were quite original and fresh, which I thought was very, very positive, and not just the same old, same old. So looking forwards to whatever we have in the future.
Okay.
All right, thanks very much, guys.
My pleasure.